Hello everyone again. Welcome to the channel of Cubator. Here is another video which is a sub part of phishing. Remember in my previous video I showed you how an attacker can perform all those phishing attacks. But in this video I will be telling about how you can prevent yourself from being a victim of phishing or from being a victim of such kind of attacks. Being a victim or preventing yourself from being a victim of these kind of attacks, you just need to have some social awareness and some common sense on the links which you are visiting or on the websites which you are visiting. Let's check some scenarios. Let's say you receive something on your mail which specifies someone has sent you a picture, so download it. What you will gonna do is you will just click on the link, redirect to a website and download the image without even thinking or seeing the URL. Suppose the link in the URL is something like that: drive-google.com/hello/John. Now remember, the very first thing when we talk about subdomains of Google, so it is something drive.google.com, not drive-google.com. That's the very first awareness you need to keep in mind, that check out always the subdomains, whether the link which you have received is a proper subdomain or not. Second scenario, you received a mail from a company. That is, let's assume eFax is a company and they are delivering, so their mail will be something efaxdelivery.com, and what you received in your mail is http://efax.hosting.com.mailru342.co. okay, we will be always saying, sorry, it's efax. We will be always saying that it's efax. You won't be saying that it is something from mailru.co, because the only thing which is visible to your eyes will be, okay, it's from efax or not. You won't be seeing or checking out what's the whole URL is all about. Third point, that is the sub part of the second point, you need to check out the mailing headers. Let's say the mail you received is from hello@efacs.com, whereas the genuine should be something hello@efacs.com. so they sound similar, efax and efax, but their spelling are completely different. So in the same scenario, that is in the efax scenario, check out, it's from efaxdelivery.com. the main domain is efax, whereas the subdomain is again mailru342.co, and it is a part of this again mailru342.co. it's not from efax.com. Third is, again, let's say taking example of the first scenario, you again received a mail saying that please download something from your drive itself, and this time the URL is https://drive.google.com.download-photo.systs.net. okay, now imagine, Google never go with these kind of idiotic mails or subdomains. Google will always stop on drive.google.com. again, what they have done is they have purchased a name or a subdomain with the name of drive.google.com.download-photos. if you will entering this whole link inside the URL, you will be always saying, okay, it's from drive.google.com, which means it's a genuine link. Again, what you need to check out is the whole URL of the file which you have received. everyone has been to school. Let's say there is this person whose name is John and he goes to school West Mount Day School. Now in the mail he received that John, please download your assignment from West Mount School, and on your mail we have sent you a whole assignment, please download it. So he will be receiving assignment, let's say ASSIGNMENT at West Mount School.org, whereas the original or the genuine should look like @West Mount Day School.org. So here is just a small difference, and the difference is of this DAY. The attacker's email address will be, whereas the legitimate and genuine email address should look like this. That is the whole completely. That is another awareness thing or a common sense thing. Whenever you receive a mail, always go ahead and check out for the mailing headers. Next is the another scenario, which is sometimes you might receive the mail which specifies or which says that someone has tried to access your account, please change your password of Gmail, and they might have also given you some kind of hypertext or some kind of link inside the mail itself. Again, if you will analyze that mail, it will be something http://myaccount.google.com and .security-page, and again there will be something written there. Again, check out the subdomain or the domain itself. It says security-page, whereas its subdomain is myaccount.google.com. Again, Google will never use these kind of further domains or these kind of subdomains. Sixth and the last is, sometimes you will be getting, please fill out this form which we have crafted, and the email address you will be receiving is either of the people from your company or from your team leader or from your manager itself or from your friends who is just filling their survey. It's completely fine to fill the forms which is given by the original or the genuine users, and which should be a genuine form. When you will check out the link, it will be https://google.com/amp/tinyurl.com/ let's say feedback_form. Now what is happening here is, there is this domain google.com which is being redirected to tinyurl.com feedback_form. So these are some things which an attacker is gonna do. Like, he will be sending you a domain which is, or a URL which is redirecting to another URL. So in that case, our small journal awareness is required, and it doesn't take much time or much effort. Otherwise, Google also provides some kind of practice quiz. There is this whole small quiz which is provided by Google, that is Jigsaw phishing quiz, which I want, or which you can go and tell everyone in the corporate to go ahead and take this quiz for checking out how much aware you are in the terms of social engineering or phishing. Let's check this quiz here again. Take the quiz. It's asking for the name, let's say Pikachu, and email as in pikachu@gmail.com. Let's get started. The very first question says, Luke Johnson has shared a link in the following document. So there is this whole document, you might receive a link in the mail. So what you need to do is, you need to check out the link, and it says just keep a whole long press on the mail link. It will be showing you drive-google.com. Again, check out the very first example here, or the very first scenario, google.com. Google never uses these kind of domain. It will be drive.google.com. So that's the very first thing that generates a whole suspicion in my mind. So I will close it, and I will again check the docs link by keep holding the pressing hold the key, that is drive-google.com. Again, it is a phishing. So it says correct, this is a phishing mail. Let's say show me. It says mousing over the link or using a long press will show you that it goes in the insecure imitation domain drive-google.com. Here is this another question. Remember my second scenario of e-fax delivery. So it says you have received a one-page fax from this services. So very first thing I will always do is I will check out the mailing header. Check out, it says no reply @efacks.com, whereas the original company name is EFAX. Here is again first suspicion. Click here to view the fax online. Check out eFax. Here it is again correct, but check out the whole domain hosting.com, mail ru382.co, again something. If it would be a eFax, so they won't be using mail.ru.com. That's the second reason why I am marking it as a phishing. And again it says correct, this is a phishing email. Third, hey, do you remember this photo? Someone has sent you a photo from a long time ago and said that, see, check out this photo of our school and how we look like when we were so child, or we were in the school itself. So again, check out the link. It says drive.google.com. Up to here it is perfectly fine, but after that download-photo.cities.net, etc, etc. Again, check out this thing. Drive.google.com is perfectly fine, it is legitimate, but after drive.google.com it says download-photos something something something. It's not even legitimate. So when it will be a Google, it will be always giving you drive.google.com. so here you will be opening your Drive services, not if you're just gonna type drive.google.com what does it says, download-photo photos.cities.net, and it won't be opening the same drive. Either the page won't be found or I won't be able to connect with this specific page. So that's again a phishing mail. I will be marking it as a phishing. It says correct and says check out the URL actually points to cities.net, not Google Drive. Oh, looks like you are out of storage. So many of us might be using Dropbox services which provide some cloud storage. Again, check out the link here. It says www.dropbox.com/by, nothing fishy here. Check out for get more space. It's again saying www.dropbox.com, again the exact domain and the subdomain. Check out for drop.business, it's again saying the same. So all the three links are perfectly fine with the exact and legitimate mail or URL. So I will be putting it as a legitimate. It says correct. Now moving towards the next question, it says hi, good day Pikachu, you please find, okay sorry my bad, please find attach the 2020 financial activity report for the Persual. So let me check. It's from Westmount Day School. Check out the mailing header, westmountdayschool.org, and it says westmountdayschool.org. So let's say again Mosley Sharon.Mosley at westmountdayschool.org. check out, here it is the same, Westmount Day School, and again in the mailing header it says Westmount westmountdayschool.org. Now here it is a little bit confusing, but first of all I want to check out whether Westmount Day is really existing or not. So what I am gonna do is I will be copying it and I will be checking it on the Google itself whether this kind of organization or school does really exist or not. It says Westmount Day School, it's existing.org. who is look up and I can check out who is whole Westmount Day whole school, LZF, continue. Okay, westmountdayschool.org, it's completely fine. Again, what I am getting here is find the please find attach the 2020 financial activity report for your perusal. Check out the mailing header, it's completely fine. Westmountdayschool.org. I don't know, but I am still having a feeling like it's a fishy mail. So again, if you just check out the links, it's quite kind of legitimate, but I'm gonna mark it as under phishing. So let's check out what does it says. Browse or an online service such as Google Drive to open safely. Check out. Always be certain you trust the sender and use your browser. So it could be both. It could be what we call exactly. Check out here. It says different from the email address is slightly different from what you have seen in the past. In the past, from email address header is westmountschool.org, not westmountdayschool.org. So it was both depending upon the previous data you have received. So I was not perfectly sure about what kind of mail could it be. Now next says someone has your password. See, how does it feel like if someone else is using your Gmail and have the access of your Gmail? You might be receiving these kind of mails on the daily basis or weekly basis. Hi, someone just used your password to try to sign in your Google account. Information is Thursday, March 19, 2020 at this time and at this time zone in Romania using Firefox browser. Google stopped the sign-in attempt. You should change your password immediately. The very first thing after seeing hold this mail is you will go ahead and change your password, but before that you will start panicking. My request to you is don't panic in this case. First analyze whether you received a mail which is legitimate or not. Check out, it says no hyphen reply. Again, Google never uses this kind of no hyphen reply at Google support, not .com, not .in. That makes me feel like it's a fishy. Check out for the change password. It says my account.google.com. It's completely fine. Again, check out the further URL hyphen security setting page.ml hyphen security.org. It is not a legitimate mail. Check out the whole URL itself. So I'm gonna mark it under as phishing. Next is okay, show me. So it's gonna tell you isn't used google.support. Check out what I told you, ml.security.org, not Google, it's some other. Your account seem to be under attack. It says government banned attackers may be trying to steal your password. Again, it is a panicking mail whenever you see this kind of thing. Check out for the whole thing. Again, google.support, not used as we checked out in the previous mail. So that's the first point. I'm gonna mark it under phishing. Second is check out the change password link. It says google.com/amp/tinyurl.com something. Again, it is making you redirect to tinyurl.com, and Google never does this kind of thing inside the mail itself. So that's the second reason why I'm gonna mark it under phishing. And here comes the same reason. And the last is it says you have signed up for travel planning services. So Google sent me this kind of mail. So let's check out the backend URL of TripIt. It says clicking allow will redirect you. I said okay, I don't want to get redirect. That's completely fine. Terms of services, it says tripit.com from the user agreement. It's completely fine. Let's check out tripit.com privacy policy. It's completely fine. My account, again, security.google.com. check out as compared to the others, my page or security page of Google, the exact domain or subdomain is security.google.com. So if I'm gonna go for allow, so it's a legitimate mail. I can't find anything fishy inside it. So it says correct, this is legitimate, and go on show it, and it showed me the same reason that all of the things were perfectly fine. So I hope you might got what are the things you need to be aware about from preventing yourself from being a victim of these kind of phishing and social engineering attack. The very first is, let me rewind it, the whole thing. The very first is check out the whole subdomain part, okay, and check out whether the subdomain is legitimate or not. Second is check out the name of the company and the mailing headers. Sometimes you might be receiving EFACKS instead of EFAX. Third is before opening any URL, you should go through the whole URL, whether the whole URL is using some other service or not. Fourth point is check out always on the basis of your previous data. Like in this case, our previous received data was westmountschool.org, and this time we have received the mail from westmountdayschool.org. Again, that could be something fishy, or they might have changed the whole email header part. So you need to always check out what kind of email they are using and what's the legitimate one. Next is always check out Google. Never go for these kind of things like subdomains which contain security pages, or what we call my account security page. And the last point is always check out the URL, whether they are redirecting you to certain different pages or they are keeping you on the same pages. If they are redirecting you other pages, what kind of page it is. So Google never ask you for submitting your own passwords via any kind of redirection to any kind of tiny forms. So I hope you might have liked this video and you might have gained some information, knowledgeable information. So please do share this video and ask your colleagues to go through this whole phishing quiz of Google, that is Jigsaw phishing quiz. So let's see you again in my next video. Have a very nice day, happy hacking, and do not use hacking for your personal usage. Use it for some good purpose. Bye bye.